Welcome to the Spotlight Series podcast. I'm your host, Slick Sean. Man, I got the dopest gig in the world. I get to have conversations with entertainers and entrepreneurs and listen to their inspiring stories. You can stream the podcast at spotlightseries.net, watch on Roku TV, Facebook Watch, IGTV, and listen on all podcast platforms. In a world full of darkness, the spotlight is on you. What up, world? It's the homie Slick Sean, the host of Spotlight Series podcast. The guest I have today is a very special guest. She is a Golden Locz hair care products company owner, and she also owns Wildlife Clothing. Welcome to the Spotlight today, Liyah Sav. How you doing today?
I'm doing good. What about you?
Blessed. Thank you for coming on the show, for sure.
For sure.
So I see you got the locks and
Yeah.
how long have you been growing them?
I have been growing my locks for 2.5 years now.
2.5 years?
Yep, the journey is amazing. Like for
It
real.
is. I know, right? I'm 11 years in the game. I've been hanging in there.
I'm trying to get like you.
I done lost locks. I done clipped locks. I done cut them, and
I'm on my way.
Right? I done had all kinds of growth issues, but most times when I step out, people be saying they like my locks, so I guess I'm gonna keep it. Not because they say it, but doing something right, I guess. One thing I'm doing right is I'm using this brand right here called Golden Locz. You know what I'm saying? I'll put it in my little parts, when I'm doing my locks. And make sure y'all check out her product, Golden Locz, for sure.
Yep.
But I just want to talk to you today a little bit about what you do and how long you've been doing it. So where are you from?
I am from the suburbs of Chicago. So I grew up in Markham, Illinois. My grandma and my mom and my dad helped raise me. So Markham, that's really where I'm from. People be like Chicago. If you say Markham, they be like, "Where is Markham?" So I'll be like Chicago, just Chicago.
Right, just Chicago, right? Like people be like, I know people be like, sometimes when folks say they from someplace, they be like, "You ain't from so and so, you from this other place." Well, you wouldn't know it if I told you. You know what I'm saying?
Like,
So what was childhood like growing up in Illinois?
I could say my childhood was okay. You know what I'm saying? I was always at my grandma's house. My mama just, whenever she had to go to work, she had to drop me off at my grandma's house, and I just was outside with my friends from the neighborhood. My childhood was fine.
Dope. So yeah, you hung out with grandma too. Yeah, I spent a lot of time over grandma's. I stayed right next door. Like me and my mom and my sister, we stayed right next door to my grandma. So I was spoiled.
My grandma for sure spoiled me. And she had a whole bunch of grandkids.
Yeah, for sure. You have any brothers and sisters?
Yeah, I have 2 brothers and 5 sisters.
Okay, 2 brothers and 5 sisters. Was there a lot of fighting going on growing up amongst siblings?
Amongst the sisters, for sure. My brothers be in their whole own little world.
That's dope. So what is Wildlife Clothing? Tell me what that is.
Okay, so Wildlife is basically my rebranded clothing line. So I started off in 2016 with my brand Dope Monkey. So Dope Monkey, the first part of Dope was driven off positive energy. And it was like basically like a local thing. I had people from my high school wearing it. I had some family members wearing it. And my dad came to me and was like, he didn't like the monkey part. And he was just telling me like the history behind, Black people and the monkey word and all of that. And I'm like, you know what, Dad? You're right. I'm a rebrand. I listen to him. Sometimes we don't like to listen to our parents. So I listen to my dad. I'm like, you know what, Dad, you right. And that my logo was an actual monkey. Like, I guess he didn't like it, And I actually listened to what he was saying. He gave me the history behind it, and I changed it. So Wildlife is the first slogan for Wildlife was "Don't fall, keep fighting," which was something that I use from my sister. My sister was suicidal, and she wanted me to use her slogan a part of my brand so I can like uplift other people and all of that. That's one slogan. So it's two slogans. So the second slogan is live life like it's your last. So I put that as a slogan because I'm like, it's a wild life. Live life like it's your last. Live life in the moment. Live now. So that's what wildlife is. I've been doing wildlife since 2019. I've been working on wildlife since 2019, been promoting it, and I could say like last year was when people started to like see my brand and was like, oh, I'm interested in what you got going on, and I tell them my story behind it and all of that. So yeah, but I've been doing wildlife for a minute. I've been doing the clothing business for a minute, but I'm still going. Like it been times where I was like, I'm done. I can't do this. Nobody messing with my brand. And I had people like, hey, it don't matter. Stop looking at the people that's not seeing you. Look at the people that's seeing you right now. So I'm like, you right. And I just been focusing and working hard trying to get both of my brands off the ground.
No doubt, and much love and props to what you're doing. And I wish you all the best success with the clothing line and all your endeavors that you go with.
Thank you.
So what's your inspiration to just keep going, to keep pushing and do what you do?
My grandma. My grandma is my inspiration for everything that I do. I lost my grandma in 2015, and then like it changed my life. At first, I was depressed. I didn't want to do nothing. So that's when I started the clothing line. I started the clothing line because I'm like, I need to stop. I need to get out this. I need to get out this funk, man. I need to do something that makes me happy. Started drawing like different stuff, and put it on the t-shirt and sold it. But my grandma is really my inspiration. She was like everything. She pushed me and accepted me for me, all of that. So everything that I do is because of her. I do
No
it in
doubt.
remembrance of her and all of that.
No doubt. Condolences on your grandma's
Thank you.
passing. And as far as like I heard you say that you one of your slogans is due to your sister and issues that she had at one time. You said was she was suicidal at one time.
Hmm.
So are you like a proponent of like mental health awareness and stuff like that?
Yeah, I am. I've I've been like trying to like get better, like when it came to my depression and anxiety. I always like I have a group. It's called Wild Girl. People think like, what? Why is it called Wild Girl? But honestly, it's a women empowerment group. So in the group, we talk about different things. We uplift each other, and all of that. Like it's just an amazing group. Like at first, I had a different movement. It was called Wild World Movement, and
Mhm.
I'm like, you know what? Let me make this a women empowerment too. Let me put this and put it together and make this a women empowerment because I just feel like black women and women just period just need to uplift each other and stop, bringing each other down. So
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, props on that for sure. I definitely am one for mental awareness. We always speak on the podcast about people, especially in the black community. A lot of times we feel like you're weak or you're
yep,
not as strong if you go seek counseling or you say, "Hey, I have a mental issue, I need help." But that's what we need to do, people. Our folks has gone through so much trauma, and us too, we do need to seek counseling and therapy as a black community. So if you're having any issues out there, you listening, please, please, please go seek any kind of mental health that you can. I have a counselor myself. uh, just because you see people happy and smiling, that don't
right.
mean that they don't go through something, right? We all go through something. So definitely want to bring a call to action for mental awareness, and especially within the black community. So I see that you have this company that I'm actually one of your brand ambassadors. I'm on the
Yeah,
golden team, man. Thank you for bringing me on to the golden team.
yeah, for
So,
sure. For
talk to me about Golden Locks, man. Talk to
sure.
me
So,
about that.
I started brainstorming with Golden Locks, I could say in 2019. I didn't want to like release it yet. And I had to let people try it out before I even released the real product. So I was in my mama crib and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna start making oil because I'm tired of my locks not growing. I'm like, why my locks not growing? So, I started researching like different essential oils, base oils, all of that. And I came up with two recipes, you know what I'm saying? So I did the first one. And it kind of grew people hair. I gave it to my mama, gave it to my sisters. And then the second one, I gave it to my other sisters. I have a lot of them. So I gave it to my other sisters. And my girlfriend, and the one that was to my sisters and my girlfriend was growing the most. Their hair was growing the most, so I used that recipe. And I made my logo on my iPad, and I'm just like, you know what? It's time. Let me do some samples. I reached out on Facebook, and I'm like, hey, do anybody want to try some samples? They for free. I just need you to record your results and send them to me so I could promote my brand. They did that, and I appreciate all those people for doing that actually. And I sent it out there, and I just started following everybody. I was just on Instagram, just following on the like page, just following everybody, and I made a greeting message, and I just sent it to everybody like, hey, my name is so and so. This is my brand. I'm trying to get it out there. And once that happened, people started buying it. And I was just like, yo, this is crazy. It got to the point where I'm like, yo, this too much. It's overwhelming. I don't know if I can do this. But I'm still pushing, man. I'm still pushing through.
Oh, no doubt. So, how do people? First of all, how do people get the wildlife clothing? How do they purchase your clothing?
So you could go on www.wildlife.com. Wildlife is WILDLYF, the number 3.
All right. And what about your Golden Locks brand? How do they get that?
www.goldenlocks with a Z.com.
There it is. So, what about social media? How do they follow you on social media?
You can follow me on Facebook, Liyah Booker, LIYAHBOOKER, Liyah Official with 2 underscores. So it's LI Official, 2 underscores, and that's basically it. Like wildlife is, you know what I'm saying? The wildlife page, I'm forgetting about that. The wildlife page is WLDLF3, and then Golden Locks is Golden Locks, and that's it.
There it is. So, talk to me about your endeavor with the brand ambassadors. I know you got the golden team set up. You got all the folks with the locks. It's a dope thing. I'm part of the golden team again. So, how has that experience been? Getting your team together and just making that all happen. How has that been?
My team is amazing. Y'all really like help me for real. Y'all help me with everything. At first I'm like, you know what? At first I didn't want a team. Like I'm not gonna have a team because if I have a team, I don't know who's serious. I don't know. So I'm like, let me see who's serious. Let me see who's serious. Let me send this message and let's see who's serious. And I found all my serious people, man. I love y'all for real. Y'all have helped me grow with my business. Especially you and Tommy and Chantel. It's a whole. It's gonna be more people. You feel me? It's gonna be more people. You feel me? But
No doubt.
I love y'all for real. Like it's amazing. Like I'm doing like products and stuff today, trying to get all this stuff out for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Y'all monthly packages and stuff like that. But
Yeah, for sure. And we love you too. You were the first person that gave me an opportunity to be a brand ambassador. And I'm actually a brand ambassador for 2 other companies. So I
that's dope.
appreciate you for being the first. And I want to tell everybody that these caps that I got from Golden Locks, they everything, like when you about to get in the shower, if your locks is long, you just flip them things up under this thing and you good. So I just wanted to definitely put that out there. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all get one of these caps, because a
What's
lot of
up?
caps, like when you go into the like the beauty stores, they like this long, you know what I'm saying? Like you gotta flip them like 5 times, but this one you just throw it on, maybe flip one time, and
It's
boom,
just
boom.
it's the right length, man.
Yeah, it is. I love that. So I want to commend you for making a product, that you ain't got to roll 20 times for it to get tight. So what's next, man? So what's next for you? Like, what's the next endeavor? What's your next plans and goals? Any pop-ups?
I think my next move is real estate.
Okay, tell me more about that.
Move is real estate. I've been researching more about like wholesale real estate and doing real estate period. But I'm almost close to my first deal. I just been researching more before I even like present my contracts and all of that. But yeah, I've been mainly doing that. I've been doing Forex. There's a lot of stuff I've been doing. I've just been trying to, trying to find different sources of income. You feel me? So
Yeah, no doubt. You got to have the multiple streams of income, because like I was watching something and they were saying, I forget who said it, but they was basically saying you ain't making money until you making money while you ain't even working. I thought
exactly,
about it. I was like, yeah, that's true.
that's
You
true.
got to have them streams coming in because if something is slow on this end, you might have some, working out on the other end and stuff
Right,
like that. I've actually been thinking about real estate myself, especially what I've hear a lot of people saying is that if you can get like a multi-unit building, like with
right.
maybe four apartments, and you can own that, you basically get paid times 4. So
Yeah,
that's something that I would be definitely interested in. So yeah, that's definitely a good field to stack them coins up and get that money flowing for sure.
for sure, for sure. That's why I'm interested in doing it. I'm like, you know what? Let me see what this about. Like when I found out about like wholesale real estate, I'm like, ain't no way I could sell a house and I had no money. Like, ain't no way
uh,
I could do that, but it's a way you could do it. So when I figured that out, I'm like, you know what? Let me put my family on. Let me do this so I can put my family on, so I can retire my parents, all of that.
That's right. I know when I was coming up, I was selling weeds. I was selling other people's weeds. Like all I was just doing was brokering the deal. So I would go pick it. I would get the price, and then I would get my special price, and then I would charge a certain amount to make a little
Yeah,
money, and then they would pay me, and then I would go pick it up. So it's similar to that. Like you ain't
similar.
gotta own the house, you just gotta know somebody that's willing to buy it and get the right price for it.
Exactly.
That's dope. So give me some words of encouragement for people that may be trying to complete their dreams and goals nowadays. Just kind of give them some kind of encouragement that they can run with.
Okay, so like, when I tell people, like when people come to me like, "Hey, I got a brand, but nobody's supporting it, or nobody's looking at it." So like, I used to be the same way. I used to be the same way. I used to be like, "Man, why my family ain't supporting? Why my friends ain't supporting?" I realized that you got to look at the people that are supporting you right now. Eventually, them people gonna come around. You know what I'm saying? Don't be so focused on who not supporting you, because it's gonna hinder you from doing what you need to do. It's gonna mess up your head, your brain, all of that. You gotta stay focused. You gotta be like, you know what? So don't support me. They're gonna see me come up and they're gonna support me at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? But you can't be focused on that. Like I used to be so crazy. I used to be like, man, my cousin ain't wearing my stuff, but they wearing so and so stuff. You know. And my mama like, girl, you need to stop worrying about that. You need to stop caring about who not supporting you. I support you. That's all that matters. You know what I'm saying? So, man, like yo, first supporter is gonna be a stranger. You gonna be amazed about how many strangers like mess with your brand, like for real. Like with Golden Locks and Wildlife, it was so many strangers. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. I've been
Right.
I've been promoting this on Facebook. I should have been doing this. I should have been doing it this way. But your support is gonna come from a stranger first before it comes from somebody that you really close with. Don't know
Yeah.
why it's like that, but that's how it is. Like I
That's
thought
how
I
it
thought
is.
people was lying. Like I'm like, nah, it can't be. Like I've been cool with this person for 10 years. They gonna support me? Nah.
You saw it for yourself, right?
Yeah, it's gonna be the person that you don't even know for real.
Yeah, and that's true, and that's why like with Drake, we talking about no new friends. Like you got to think about that. Like sometimes it be the new people that's gonna really come through for you. Like the people that's really like been supportive and kind of like helping me, get to where I'm going, or just assisting in general. I've met them, in the past couple of 2-3 years, and then
Right.
I got some people that's been down with me for, many years. But like you said, don't focus on, who ain't supporting, focus on the ones that are, and everything else will work
Yep.
out.
Yep. Yep. Also, and if you want to start that brand, start it.
There it is.
Start
Just
that
start
brand.
it.
Don't
She
worry about
dropping knowledge.
don't worry about who gonna support it or not. Just start it. You gonna see who's gonna support it once you put it out there.
There it is. She dropping that sauce. Y'all need to take heed to what she's saying.
For sure.
Well, Leah, I appreciate you for stopping by, coming through to the Spotlight Series podcast. And I want to tell you before we go, in a world full of darkness, the spotlight is on you. Thanks for watching Spotlight Series podcast. I'm your host, Slick Sean. You can follow on Facebook, Spotlight Series Podcast, on IG, spotlight.series1. You can stream the podcast at spotlightseries.net, watch on Roku TV, Facebook Watch, IGTV, and stream on all podcast listening platforms. In a world full of darkness, the spotlight is on you.